Hello there, and welcome back to another Friday night for another episode of Not Your Average Globetrotter. This Friday night, I wanted to take you guys around with me on a little walk around this Christmassy little Braga that I happen to call home. As you might be able to see up ahead of me here is the main tree here. Looks like it's not fully lit. I mean, maybe there's a problem with the lights or something, but if you saw on Instagram, my recent post kind of pointed towards a big tree. This is that same spot. It's a little bit further back behind me. And it gets so festive here. I'm so mad it's not fully lit. Let's see, maybe by the time I get a little closer, or we'll do a little round, because it's actually a lot of lights, super festive here. They really do a lot of decorations here, which is really nice. And it gives you a great sense of the season and what's going on. And that's something that I definitely enjoy about Portugal, is that there's an appreciation for this time of year and celebrating, and during this chilly time of year. And actually, it's funny, just a cultural difference that maybe hit me this year more than it did last year. I noticed it last year, but something that I've noticed between Italians and Portuguese, as soon as it gets a little bit cold in Italy, scarves come right out immediately. Here and now in Portugal, we're in the middle of December, and I can't say that I see that many scarves. It's something that I got very used to. I mean, I grew up with always wearing, and I mean, the whole wet hair thing that, like, whatever, I've mentioned it on this channel before. If you don't know about Italians and wet hair, then that's a whole different story for a different time. But yeah, this is the main tree here in Braga. I may have to mute parts of this video, because something that they also do throughout the town is that they will actually also play Christmas music. So I don't want to get a copyright strike, but I mean, look at just how they light up the building. It's so festive, and down there, probably a little bit hard to see from the video, but some boxes, some presents that are all lit up on the side of this building here. We'll go down and then go back behind me down the main pedestrian thoroughfare and go down to the Christmas market. As far as my understanding goes, this year is actually the first time that there's been a Christmas market here. So I can say, as somebody who enjoys Christmas markets, that I very much enjoy that type of festivity. And here we are, right by these little presents, and just, you know, I'm a big fan of lights, Christmas lights and all that stuff. It's always so much fun. There's just something about this time of year. It's so simple and so, I don't want to say stupid, but as somebody who's not necessarily so much into the hollies and jollies, I enjoy it. Although when it comes to Christmas music, that's maybe where I draw my limits. Oh, let's walk through here. I actually didn't do this last year. It was so packed last year. Oh, just like everywhere, you've got TikTokers. Anyway, let's see. That's fun. Could be a little place to take a couple of Instagram pictures. But to use as the central reference point, I guess, for these videos, since it's become the central reference point for my videos that I've done here in Braga, just to use as a point on the map to know where you are, here is Café Brasileira, where you've seen me in other videos here enjoying Braga. And yes, it does smell very smoky here. You have fresh roasted chestnuts. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Did I come on the wrong day? Because it looks as though that the lights up ahead of me aren't even lit. Wow, I really came on the wrong time. I have to admit, I'm quite disappointed. Maybe it's just not late enough yet. Maybe I have to come back another time. But how unfortunate. Anyway, I guess that just means that I'll have to do another video at another time, coming down here to show you when it's all lit up properly. Coming up here on this next block is probably some of my favorite decorations in the whole city. Whoop, dog trying to get me. But oh, it's so, you know, this is a shame you can't see it as well as at night, but Strolex store, the way that they did it, it's all like natural leaves and branches, and it's just really tastefully done. This one up here, this wreath up here, probably a bit hard to see. Really, it is such a shame that these lights are on. I can't believe it. I almost am wondering if I should upload this video or not, because this is like part of the whole excitement, like, of this decorative time of year. But anyway, we'll at least go and check out the market quickly. But while we're here in the center, I guess maybe I'll quickly talk about a tradition that happens here. And that is called, I believe, bananeiro, where you have, I guess, banana and a sip of some type of liqueur. I forget what it is off the top of my head. And it's something that people do right before Christmas, I believe Christmas Eve. And you go out and you enjoy with your friends, and then you have the rest of Christmas with your family. And from what I understand, this square back here behind me is kind of like the main place to be, or at least this general area right here. But for anybody who may be thinking about going to the market at the least, when you get on the main thoroughfare all the way up to this church behind me, you just make a quick little right, and it will be right over here on this square. If you remember my video walking through Braga, showing kind of some of the different areas that might be worth for considering for living, this was one of the squares that I walked through that has a large fountain on it. And so they completely covered up because it's been raining. Oh, and boy, has it been raining lately. But let's go quickly and check out the market while we're here. And it looks like, even though I may have come to record this video at the wrong time for the lights in the center, I may have come at the perfect time when it's an off hour for the festivities, not festivities, but the booths that they have here. Yeah, I definitely came at the wrong time, because it looks like they're getting ready for a little concert as well. Maybe not so little. Looks like a full kind of like Portuguese orchestra, instrumentalist group for some traditional music. Oh, these up on the right, I used to see these all the time in Bolzano in Italy. Of course, some cured meats and sausages. Olá. Muito obrigado. So you know what I might do? Because it is seemingly quite early for both the lights and maybe the music, what I'll do is stick around here in the center for a little bit and grab a bite to eat, maybe, if I can find someplace open, because finding a place to eat this early is going to be a challenge. You know what? I'll bring you guys with me to one of the best burger places in Braga. It's not exactly in the center, but it's pretty darn close. All right, so I've mentioned in a few videos about the municipal market, this really cool place where you can find some like just really good fresh vegetables and things to eat. And is it open now? No, maybe it's closed, the actual market itself, but just right off of the main market itself is an area that has some like restaurant stalls, and you can get some good food. One of the best burgers in Braga is here. We're gonna go in here in 1 second. This is the place that I'm talking about, but this is the municipal market. It is massive. It is one of my favorite places here in Braga. I don't come maybe as often as I'd like, but this is one of the places where I would say is worth getting a burger in this city. Well, I'm here, just got my order. Little thing to wait for, it's right here in front of me. Plenty of places to sit. I think there's even some places, yeah, like over there, you can charge up while you're hanging out here. There's some cafes, sushi place. I think there's a pizza place, vinoteca, like a wine and bistro kind of thing. I got a ridiculous burger. It was like a triple cheeseburger. Like, I really went overboard. I haven't eaten anything all day. Just for anybody who may be curious about like prices of things here. So at this place called Mora Burger, I got the 7 burger. It's like a cheeseburger with like pickles and stuff. And then with the extra cheese and extra meat, and then also got a couple chicken strips on the side. Healthier than potatoes. At least I'm gonna try to tell myself that fried chicken is healthier than fried potatoes. And then a water all came to $18.50. So definitely overpriced, and you could definitely, like, for a normal person, for a normal meal, you could easily get by with just like a regular burger. But I am very hungry, so I went all out. Let's wait for it. For the burger reveal. Look at that monstrosity. The only negative thing about this place is you do have to put the sauce on yourself, but I can say the taste is definitely worthwhile. So I'm gonna get into this and then we will get back to the center in just a second. Well, definitely I can say one of the best burgers that I have had, like, just ever outside of the US. Some of you know I'm a bit of a burger connoisseur and have enjoyed burgers on 4 continents. Well, if you count continents like Italians, then 3. And unfortunately, there's been a little bit of a development that it has started raining. But from what I can tell is that it does seem as though the lights have come back on. So let's go look at some of these lights, because I can't let this video happen without at least showing you guys how this place really looks, rain and all. Well, a little bit of light makes a lot of difference, I would say. Well, look at it. I mean, this is not the same street that we were on before, but you can see the big building where it's in front of the tree just down at the end of the street here. So I did do a little bit of a circuitous route to get to this point, but I thought it might as well be worth showing another little section of this city. All right, are we gonna be seeing a lit up tree? What's going on here? Are we gonna get the real proper Christmas full effect? Can't even, there it is, yep. Oh no, that is worth it. That is worth coming back in the rain for. Oh, I'm so glad I came. That is something else. It's huge. You can see people walking around in the building, but you don't get a good idea of how, like, actually huge it is. There's another little side street with some Christmas lights lit up, very festive for this wonderful time of year. And then, wow, look at that. There's also a plane flying by in the background. I'm sure the camera won't be picking that up. Wow. Now that's it. That's what I came for. That's what I came to show you guys. Thankfully, this video has redeemed itself. Welcome to Christmas in Braga. All right, now let's see if the rest of the street is lit up. I sure hope it is. Oh, it kind of looks like it could be. And then we'll make our way down to the archway, because that's probably one of my favorite Christmas views in this city. Just something about it. Huge difference with and without the lights. I mean, maybe it's for the best in the end that it was possible to see it both ways, lit and unlit, to see the dramatic difference between the two. I had so much more light and vibrance to the street itself. And there you go. Because without the lights, it just looks like, I don't know, really unkept laundry lines. Maybe this guy's umbrella is blocking the video, but we'll get up here in just a second. And good news, it has stopped raining, it seems. I sure hope, at least for this moment. So we shall stay dry, or at least I'll stay dry. I'm assuming you're inside watching this, so enjoy your dry, warm space. Just look at that. I mean, it's like a carpet of lights hanging above you. It really just, I hope it comes across on video, because being here in person, it's a completely different, hate to use the word energy, but feeling, vibe, energy about walking on the street. I love seeing it like this. Here's where we were before. It's a whole different thing. It's a whole different experience. And again, we're in front of that Rolex store. And again, it's just a different feeling. Oh, maybe you can see this better lit now over here with another one of the big, massive decorations. It's not my favorite. The one in front of the Rolex store, I definitely prefer over this one. This one almost looks like hairy monster legs, but maybe that's just me. And so now, walking back down the street to maybe give you a little bit better idea of where the turnoff is if you're coming from here to get to the Christmas market. It's this big church right here. Walked in there very briefly in a video a while back. And then there's a little tourist store, like a little tourist, just like little touristy things like the roosters and magnets and plates and all that stuff. And right here is where you take the right to get down to the market. But I'm gonna go all the way down to the end of the street, just show you guys the archway. I mean, I can't even say I'm like somebody who really celebrates Christmas, but I love this Christmas crap. I love the decorations and the lights and the festivity of it. Celebrating the holiday for what it is has never been really part of my thing. I mean, it's always been a time for family get-togethers and stuff like that. So that's the part that I can definitely say I appreciate about this holiday. A lot of really good memories, especially a lot of good memories as a kid. Like always just something festive and holly and jolly about this time of year. This place here, it's not so specific to Braga, but I do like their decorations. But beyond just the decorations, it's worthwhile coming here because they do a Portuguese cherry liqueur that you can get in like a chocolate cup that you eat. It's worthwhile trying, definitely worthwhile trying. It's like one of those things when you come to Portugal that you have to try. Bacalhau, francesinha, bacalhau, more bacalhau. Even if you're not a fan of bacalhau, there's a lot of different ways to try it and just force yourself to eat. Also, this place here, you definitely have to check it out. It's called Cheesecake Story. You can definitely tell them you heard about it in a YouTube video from an American guy named Rafael. They may or may not know who I am, but show them the video. Definitely let them know who sent you, because oh my gosh, that place. Definitely recommend the doce de leite, or really any flavor there. It's all really good. And here we are at the main gate of Braga, the main archway, coming in to finish up this video. So thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of Not Your Average Globetrotter. I am Rafael de Furia. Stay safe, stay healthy out there. Merry Christmas, or happy whatever it is that you may celebrate or may not celebrate. Just have a great time of this year. Have a great finish to our last couple of few rough years, and I'll see y'all next time. Later.